What's happening? How's it going, Michelle?
Good. Just had some technical difficulties, but otherwise we are just ready to go.
Today has been kind of wild. Michelle and I usually talk at 8 a.m. my time every day. We haven't talked today. So there's probably going to be a lot of like raw conversation that's going to come out that normally doesn't. And Michelle, I texted you earlier today.
Yeah.
And I said that I think Mercury's in the microwave.
Yes.
I'm not that into astrology, okay? And I just think it's so funny when people say Mercury's in retrograde when things are going bad. And I remember reading once someone said Mercury's in the microwave. So I actually made a meme today. You ready to see it, Michelle? There's no music to it, but here we go. Here's my meme. Oh no, you guys got the punchline. There we go. Mercury is not in retrograde. It's in the microwave. So
yeah, there's a lot of wacky things going on according to planetary people. I think the other day they had that big eclipse that was in Europe to see in America. And then they had all these planets that were lining up and then a huge meteor shower. So I think, or meteor, not media, meteor shower. So there's a lot of stuff happening cosmically. Let me know in the comments. Are y'all feeling like things are weird, a little off? Now, Tiffany and I have had this discussion, and I think it's going to be a show. There is a conspiracy theory, which is not today's topic, that they are cheating us on time. Then instead of 60 seconds in a minute, it's 45 seconds. Do y'all ever feel like time is just like moving a lot faster? It could be because we're older, we're busier, but I swear to you, me and Tiffany, we wake up and there's never enough time in the day to do all the things we have to do. And it's like, seriously, like we used to be able to get so many things done, and we're lucky if we get 2 or 3 things done, and then the day's gone. So
yeah, it flies by.
The meteor shower is every year. Oh, okay. But it happened during the time when the 4 planets were lined up, and then there was the total solar eclipse in Europe. So that was a huge phenomenon, right? Sarah says, what is weird? My flight from, I can't see it.
So Michelle, the reason I said that to you today is because on my book talk, my Facebook and my Instagram and my TikTok, I'm getting some really weird comments. Someone took one of my video montages of a handsome man and they're like, this is AI.
It's like, really? The whole channel is AI. Yeah.
Like, you need to tell me that Christian Alistair from the book isn't real?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like when I had the Duchess of Sus, who's a friend of mine on my channel who does Meghan Markle impersonations, and she did a shout out to me, Royal Daily Tea, and someone's like, that's not Meghan Markle. I'm like, yeah, we know. It's called a parody. Anyways.
Yeah, people got really mad when I started this series, and then I said, which is a satire parody of Meghan Markle's book. You won't believe how many comments I got, like, we'll never buy this book. Okay. It's not real. And I tried to make it obvious that it's like satire or whatever, but yeah. So hi, everybody. Hi, Carol and Lizzie. Thank you so much for being our mods. Hi, Demeow and Demon Dictator and Sarah. Thank you all for being here. We are going to have a good time. We actually, Michelle and I were thinking about potentially moving the time of our live 4 hours earlier. So it would be 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 Central, 1 Eastern, and 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
So let us know if that works for you. I also need to verify that Royally Screwed is on 2 hours after that. I want to make sure that we're not timing it at the same time. I'm pretty sure we're not. Yeah, people take themselves too seriously, Carol. The one thing, so there's like a war in my comment section right now on my book talk about Tamlin as HOA president. Like, They are fighting with me like, this is not funny. And I'm like, it's a joke.
And people who don't know, Tamlin is a character that is not well liked in the ACOTAR series. So that's a whole.
He follows his character follows the rules, okay? Like, he's a stickler for the rules. So I created an entire series where he's the HOA president, and he's making sure people are following the rules. So the one I posted had him playing music and turning down the music and saying,
can you show people your Instagram?
I
don't think it's a big deal because we're not monetized.
I'll show you the video. It's not that serious. Like,
you could just share your screen and play it on Instagram.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to mute myself really quick to.
Okay, I'm going to say hi to everyone. Hi, Jamiel. So Jamiel says the new time would be around dinner time. That would work for me. Sarah says it would work for her. Lizzie and Carol, we're throwing these poor ladies for a loop. Let us know if that new time would work, because I know that they mod for a lot of other people. Or just try not to cut into other people's live streams. And we know people work, and it's maybe during their lunch. So what do y'all think? Would you guys like us to move it to 12 p.m. Central, 10 a.m. Pacific, and 1 p.m. Eastern? It'd be 4 hours earlier. Let us know if that would work for everybody. If not, we can keep it this time. We know it's kind of annoying to change everything around. Royally Screwed, can you let us know if you're here, if that time works with you? We're trying to make sure that we don't step on anyone's toes here. I don't think they're here. So let us know. We'll have a poll.
This is the meme. Violation, excessive enjoyment, penalty, music privileges revoked. And people are just mad. We get this content is supposed to be funny, but the joke doesn't land. Okay, first of all, who's we? Who are you speaking for? And it's just a joke. It's not that serious.
Well, she makes a lot of these really funny AI videos from like famous characters in books. And so she does a couple of them from ACOTAR. She does them in the mod series.
Here's Lucian from ACOTAR.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Dom from the Alliance series. And people are like, that's AI. Yeah, I don't actually know
look
these
how
people.
realistic they are. They're getting to the point where if you didn't know it was AI, you might think it's a real person. Some of them look so realistic now, these new models that they're making. This is a Christian Alistair from one of her books. Like, they look almost real, right? Like, if you wouldn't have noticed AI. But some of these videos and movies are getting really realistic.
Yeah.
If you do 6 p.m. UK, they come on at 8 p.m. UK. If you do 6 p.m., I don't know what that means. Come on at 8 p.m. UK. Yeah, so that would be, so Royally Screwed comes on at 8 p.m. UK. That means, do they do 2 p.m. then, your time? I think they're before us. What we'll do is we'll do a poll on the channel and get a pulse for it, and then have people tell us what they think. So you guys, we have a funny video. I'm sure y'all have seen it. This is the QVC video. Hi, Heather. We're just talking about y'all. Heather, let us know what time you guys do your show every day, because we're thinking about changing our time to 12 p.m. Central, 10 a.m. Pacific, and we want to make sure that we're not infringing on your show. And our show is just an hour. But let us know, because we're not trying to screw everybody's time. But this is a really funny clip that was on QVC about a lady who sells these wigs, and she has a little bit of a slip up. So Tiffany's going to go ahead and play it for you.
Before we get into that, somebody sent me an email, one of our group of people that watches our lives, and they said that baloney folder was an April Fool's joke on QVC. So I don't know what that says about us as a society. We don't have to worry about that baloney folder being an actual thing.
Oh, okay. So Heather says we are changing times August 31st. We will be live 9 a.m. Pacific. So they'll be before us.
So is it okay if we go on at 10 a.m. Heather
10
Pacific?
or 11. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We haven't fully decided.
Yeah. Okay, ready for the clip?
Yes, let's go ahead and play the clip.
Oh, oops.
Get the volume. Okay, so you gotta rewind it.
I don't know how to rewind it.
You click on the video and there's like a little line, I think.
And this wave pattern, again, it looks like you went and got a blow job at your blowout at your salon. Oh my God. And it looks beautiful.
You could tell she's dying.
All right, so here's what's happening today. We're having a huge beauty sale. Everything ships to you for free, but that goes away at the end of the day. I will remind you that this is a one-time only price where the
Love to show the texture and this wave pattern. Again, it looks like you went and got a blow job at your...
There it is, everybody.
My favorite part when she goes, oh my God. And she just drops down to the floor.
Yeah.
So embarrassing for that lady. It's so funny. People have been playing that clip everywhere. It is so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So we told you guys these live streams, they're going to be a sandwich. Okay, we're going to laugh a lot in the beginning and we're going to laugh a lot at the end, and sometimes it'll be serious in the middle, but yeah. So Michelle, I think the images you had loaded, they disappeared.
Oh, crap. Okay. Yeah. So keep talking and I'll try to load them.
Oh, keep talking. See, I get a lot of pressure when someone says keep talking. Normally, it's very natural for me to keep talking, but when I'm told to keep talking, it is very difficult. Okay, you know what I can do? I will load up something Hilaria Baldwin did, because we're going to talk about Hilaria Baldwin. Last year, found that clip where she was so mean to Alec Baldwin on the red carpet, and that was my first clip to ever go viral. Like, I went to sleep, I woke up, and it had 10 million views, and it was being played all over. So that's when Hilaria really got on my map. And then I noticed she did a video where she's promoting her book, and she's pretending like paparazzi are following her. So I made a 1-minute TikTok about it. She took it, clipped it, and made a duet of it. So I'll play that one. Comedy. She's standing at the corner. Look how she's holding the book. What an unnatural pose.
My book's out now.
She clapped back at me. Hilaria Baldwin clapped back at me.
I like the fact that at least she had a sense of humor, unlike Meghan Markle, who never has a sense of humor. When people clap back, at least she was funny about it. So what we're going to talk about today is there's been a little bit of a conspiracy over this right here. Let me see if I can you do the Anne Hathaway picture? I can't put on the screen.
Darn. I wish you could control it too.
Yeah. Okay. So Anne Hathaway, who was 43, beautiful lady, announced that she was pregnant with her third child, and she's 43. So when she posted this photo, a lot of people were like, that's kind of a weird looking baby bump. And now a lot of people who work in movies, people who work with fake moon bumps, they're all saying it's fake. Now, she's a very fit woman. She's thin, but I've never seen a pregnant belly have an indentation like that on the side. That doesn't mean she's not pregnant, but I'm just saying it is a very odd baby bump. And so it started to have this conversation where people are talking about how people in Hollywood are known to use surrogates, which there's nothing wrong with. But a lot of times they lie and pretend they're pregnant when they actually use a surrogate. There was a famous clip with Beyonce sat down during an interview and her whole stomach folded in, and people were like, that's weird. And of course, we have Meghan Markle. But with Hilaria Baldwin, this is a woman who does have a history. That's not Hilaria Baldwin, sorry. But with Anne Hathaway, a lot of people were saying that it's fake. So what do you guys think? Doesn't it look a little weird? Her baby bump. There's
You have a
another
second.
angle.
You have a second picture, so I'll put that
Yeah.
one too.
Just weird. And again, they have very realistic baby bumps that look you can hide like the whole bump. It's just, I don't know, a weird belly button. What do you guys think?
Yeah, people are saying the belly button looks weird.
It looks weird. So she's clapped back and it's like, oh, the hair is fake, bump is real. It could be real, but again, to me, it just, the minute I saw the photo, I thought, oh, that is very weird looking bump. The bell bottom is weird for me too. Yeah, it's just weird. The angle, everything, I don't know. In the first photo especially, yeah, she does look extremely, extremely weird. So she's clapped back and said that her pregnancy is real. But again, to me, it is a little weird. Now, let's get into more. We have more with Hilaria Baldwin.
Before we do, I have to say that when I used to wear jeans, I used to buy maternity jeans. They are the most comfortable jeans. They go right over your belly. They're just so comfortable. Why not wear maternity jeans? They're much more comfortable.
It's like she wants to show the bump. Like she wants,
Yeah,
like
the pants.
points the belly.
Yeah, why create speculation? I don't know. I don't know. And I've never been pregnant, so I have a hard time being definitive about anything I say because I have no personal experience with it at all. But yeah, so which one were you saying next? Hilaria Baldwin?
Can you go back to the first picture with Anne Hathaway? Because I want to talk about something. So a lot of people, I don't know if you can zoom in, but a lot of people were saying that she does have a little indentation where the jeans were underneath on the baby bump. But here's the thing, like you were saying, why wouldn't you wear pregnancy? Why would you wear tight jeans to where it's on your stomach? But again, even if you have a squishy baby bump, that also can get an indentation, right? If you're wearing those types of pants. So to me, it just looked weird. Like she's just trying to focus on the baby bump. But the sides of the stomach, it just looks really odd to me.
A whole other topic, Michelle, you and I talk about like, it's all over for you. We're going to wait till the fall and we're going to lose weight and we're going to do all this stuff and it's all over for you, bad word.
Gotchas.
But, and I'll be real. I look at these people in Hollywood and I'm like, if I had that body, I would dress so much cuter. Seriously. Like, what is it with these loose jeans? Like, what happened to like tight jeans?
Yeah.
I just don't like, I don't know. Maybe I'm showing my age.
Well, I don't like the outfit. It looks spaceshipy. It's just weird outfit. Like again, she's just trying to really focus on the baby bump. And again, she could have dressed, like Carol said, you could have been more demure. She could have dressed very prettily, very femininely in a beautiful pregnancy outfit. But again, she just wears this outfit like she's trying to be a teen. Are you 17? You're a 43-year-old mother with your third child. Why would you go to a movie premiere dressed like this? I don't understand. Is this supposed to be hip and cool? To me, it just looks, I just don't like
uncomfortable. Have you ever worn clothes that sit that low and then you go sit?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. So can we load up a picture of Alec Baldwin and all of their kids, Hilaria? Yes. So we're going to talk about now Hilaria Baldwin. If you know, she's been married to Alec Baldwin for a while. I think they have like 7 kids, maybe even 8 kids. They have a ton of kids, beautiful family, and they all have Spanish names, which is hilarious because if you know the story about Hilaria, or actually Hillary is her real name, she pretended to be Spanish. for the longest time, she even had Alec convinced that she was Spanish, and she would speak with a really thick Spanish accent, all to find out she was from, I think, Philadelphia or someplace like that, raised in Boston, something like that. She's from America, and her name is Hillary. But now she goes, Anadia. And she says because she's bilingual, she has an accent in Spanish, right? So they've had like 8 kids and, beautiful family. But a lot of people have questions about her pregnancies because she has bounced back really, really fast from all of her pregnancies. I gotta upload another photo here. I'm sorry. If I can find it because I'm blind.
So I do want to say I was born in the United States, but my parents were immigrants to the country, and I went to a private school where I was taught English by immigrants. So I have a little bit of an accent, I think. I don't think I sound like, sometimes I think I say, yeah, how do you say cucumber? Cucumber? Is that how she said it? Hilaria?
She's done that before with other words too.
Yeah. So I think there is a little bit of an accent that can happen. But
yeah, maybe.
But not like hers is, it's
totally
just,
fake.
Totally. I don't
Totally
believe her. Yeah.
People said they knew her when she was a child, when she was raised and went to school with her, and she did not act and talk like that. So on the left is her very first pregnancy that she had with her daughter, Carmen. She looks like a pregnant woman. She gained weight. She looks like a real pregnant woman. Her feet were swollen. She had a huge belly. And on the right-hand side is pretty much how the rest of her pregnancies all looked. Now, I'm not saying that, we're shaming anybody, but here's the deal. From what I've learned from people, normally you get bigger with your pregnancies. You start to pop out faster, you show faster. With her, it was the exact opposite, where she's wearing like 6-inch stilettos. She's like doing yoga poses at 9 months pregnant, and she has this tiny bump. And then what she would do is she started promoting herself, like within 2 days, having a flat stomach, wearing lingerie, not looking like she was ever pregnant. She had 7 to 8 pregnancies, which is very unrealistic. And she had this whole thing where she's promoting health and her yoga, like over the top, unrealistic. Can you upload the one where she's posing in the, yeah. So here they have a picture of her doing a workout while she's pregnant, and you could see like it looks like a pillow, like the indentation, like she's wearing a bump underneath her when she's working out. So that's when people started to question, is she really pregnant? Because her first pregnancy, you could tell 100% she was pregnant. But all the other pregnancies, she looks like a supermodel with like the perfect body, and she bounces back very quickly. And she says it's because of her yoga and her eating plan, which it could be. But people have caught on video, like it looks like when she was doing exercises that you could see the straps on her back. I think there's one where she's wearing the underwear, like the mirror. Like, again, this could be possible.
But her hand is like melting into her.
Yeah. But see,
it's hard to tell the boundary between where her hand ends.
Yeah.
Like it looks blended, doesn't it?
Yeah. And so again, and these are just some of them. She basically was promoting, like within 3 days, she was looking like she wasn't pregnant. And so a lot of people are starting to question the lady who lies about being Spanish and being bilingual and names all her kids after Spanish names just to find out she's American. So now people are starting to question, was she wearing moon bumps? Was she faking her pregnancies? And I think Salone did a really great video with a lot of clips showcasing this a lot more. But seriously, like just not very realistic at all. So people are starting to question, was she just doing it because she wanted to make money? There's one of her in the black dress. Can you see that one? She's wearing a black dress.
Oh yeah, here we go. I was like, I see a black dress, but that looks like
look at this. It's just the only thing this is the woman who's had 8 kids, not her first pregnancy. This is like her 5th or 6th. Okay. And again, they say when you have more babies, you show more not a swollen ankle, wearing heels, just the baby. Everything else is stick thin.
You guys tell us in the comments, is that true with every pregnancy? It's a little bit
and there was some inconsistencies, like she would wear it one time during the day, she was flat, and then later on that day, she would be huge. Very inconsistent with her bumps. Now, allegedly, her nanny has come out and said she faked her pregnancies. I can't. And one of her nannies said that she was not pregnant because, again, this is how she made money. And again, who looks like that after 8 kids?
but what is she doing to make money? Like, how does the
Well, she sells her books and her yoga program, and she has all these. She, on her Instagram, she has all these sponsored stuff. But that book that she has a whole bunch of like stuff that she promotes on her Instagram. But it's just like she promotes this lifestyle. She even said that she stopped herself from giving birth in the car through her yoga breathing.
See, that's giving fake medical advice, like
Yeah.
what is that called when they try to sell you something? Snake oil?
Yeah.
Like, don't tell someone they can control when they'll give birth by breathing differently.
Yeah. 7 surrogates is expensive. Alec is stuck now. Well, here's the weird thing. So the very first pregnancy, it looked like her. It looked like she was actually pregnant. And there was a surrogate they used because they were trying to have a girl. And I guess she had a miscarriage during one of her pregnancies. So she had a girl, and then she had like all these boys. And then they had a girl and she lost the baby. Then they admitted they actually used one surrogate for one of the kids, and then she had like 2 or 3 more naturally. So it doesn't make sense to me. Why would you just all of a sudden use a surrogate and then go back? So their pregnancies don't make sense to me, is what I'm saying. So only the bump increases in volume. Yeah, right. Nobody gets larger in only one spot. Exactly. She kind of reminds me of, I don't know, Meghan Markle. Again, we all know Meghan and her baby mama dance, holding the pillow. Again, I'm not saying she did. I'm not saying she didn't, but it's up for debate. It's up for debate. Just very weird pregnancies. Yet when the baby is coming, it's coming. But apparently, according to her, she was able to stop her labor until she wanted to go into labor because of her yoga. I wish I had the video clip to play you guys. But all of these movie stars, Anne Hathaway with the weird bump, and then you have Eladia with the way she lied and all of her weird pregnancies, Meghan Markle. It's like, are they lying to us? Are they pregnancies or moon bumps? Who attach themselves to successful men. It says, you guys need to do a show on all these untalented women who attach themselves to successful men and then try to suck the life out of them. Amber, Hillary, Markle, Jada, and so on.
I have one video of Hilaria with Alec during the Rust trial. I'm going to pull that up.
Okay.
I wish I had enough time to study her as much as I studied Meghan, because she's not that different. So sorry, I'm going to look for it while I.
Okay. Carol says narcissistic women attached to vulnerable men. I kind of think Alec Baldwin is a little, maybe he's narcissistic traits. He may not be a narcissist, but he definitely has narcissistic traits. Yep. Sarah says, and Courtney too. Absolutely.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
The Demon Dictator says, I wonder what her family thinks of her speaking Spanish. Well, the thing is, her family moved to Spain a couple of years ago, and I think they're all bilingual, and I guess Spain was a big part of their life. But again, she told people she was from Spain and that like English was her second language, which was not true. And then she told people, well, because she was bilingual, that's why she has an accent and she forgets words. I'm like, no, you don't forget your first language. I think Alec Baldwin could be a narcissist also. Yeah, he seems like a hothead for sure. Yeah. I used to really like him. He used to be very good looking. I like when he was with Kim Basinger. And their daughter Ireland is really, really she looks a lot like their mom, Kim Basinger. But he didn't treat her very well. And now she has like 8 siblings with the second wife. I wonder how she feels about her dad, having all these kids. Carol says you'll have to consult HD Tutor.
So
he's a narcissist.
Hilaria did an interview, I want to say maybe 9 months ago, where she talks about her relationship with Ireland. And she said something, and what these people say reveals so much about them. She said something along the lines of, I told Alec that his daughter has to love me. Otherwise, there's no point in us ever pursuing a relationship. That is such a manipulative thing to tell a man. It's putting so much pressure on a child, forcing the child to like this woman. And if it doesn't work out, it's because your child didn't like me.
Yeah.
It's so manipulative. I was going to do a video about it last year. I never got around to doing it. A lot of people aren't that interested in Hilaria, but she's
a very interesting person. Just the whole lie thing, and again, I think the pregnancy thing could be an issue.
And she is an actual stepmom. So I think there's a lot that she's probably said and done about to Ireland. He called, remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was terrible. After I saw that, after I heard that, what was that, 15 years ago, something like that?
Wow.
I just lost so much respect for him already, after that.
Yeah, well, now his career is kind of in the toilet. Is in the toilet, because that Rust movie, and now he has all these kids to pay for. Yeah, Heather says, what? No, I'm a stepmother. That's not a thing. Yeah, stepmothers aren't bad. Depends on
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. I used to be a stepmom too. But what I mean is with there's a really weird dynamic with narcissistic women and stepchildren. Yeah. I'm not saying stepmoms. I'm saying specifically that type of woman. And it's just based on my experience with my stepmom. They can't tolerate the history of their partner. They don't, anything that's connected to what came before them, for whatever reason, they hate it. One example of Megan doing that is during the Fab Four interview, when Catherine starts talking about Heads Together. She says, Harry, William, and I, and Megan's face changes. She can't tolerate hearing about Harry's history. And it's like evident in that interview.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really big topic, I think, about how narcissists can't handle the past of their partner. Why am I scrolling and scrolling and I can't find that video?
I don't know. It's okay. We can just talk about something else.
Okay, what else do you want to talk about?
Okay.
I can't stop looking.
What are you looking for?
That video of Hilaria and Alec in the courtroom.
Oh, okay.
I'm usually good about tagging, categorizing my photos, but I didn't
see the picture of Meghan Markle, the video of her dancing. Well, that would be on her Instagram.
You want me to go there?
Yeah, if you could share your screen. Yeah. Meghan was so rude to Catherine at the forum. William was brilliant, saying it was Catherine who lined up all of the pieces for mental health. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely very telling of Meghan Markle. You can tell. I don't even think she was married yet. Was she married yet into the royal family? And I remember she wasn't because Catherine was pregnant and she had given birth like 6 weeks before the wedding. So they were already working together, and you could see the contempt in Meghan Markle's face. Hey, Tiffany, it's Heather. I agree with you. Being a stepmom is hard. Absolutely. Yeah, I was very fortunate. I had nice stepmoms and I have a very nice stepfather. I'm very, very blessed. I know a lot of people, unfortunately, don't have that experience. It can make or break your relationship sometimes. Blended families. But I just feel bad for Ireland. I feel like she has to deal with this woman and all of the kids, and then her father with the court case. I think she's probably doesn't have much to do with them, I'm sure. Can you remove the comment of Carol so we could see the video? Thank you. When it comes out about Meghan's pregnancies, it will be bad. Yeah, I wonder one day maybe we'll get a tell-all, because I think a lot of people, they really just don't believe that she had the baby. There she is. Yeah.
I hope I can mute it. Okay, good. It's muted.
Yeah, this was so weird. Yes, Ireland is lovely, and she's actually pregnant with her second child. This is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Just unclassy, weird. Now here she looks really big, but of course they said that she was wearing a monitor on her stomach. But I don't know. Look at Harry. Wasn't there some story, Tiffany, that people were denying, saying that they didn't do it then, that it was a joke or something? I don't know.
Who knows with these two? It's too difficult to keep the narrative straight.
Yeah. Now, was she wearing heels in this video?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know. But a lot of people were arguing that Meghan did tend to gain a little bit of weight, like in her upper body, and her face got really puffy. So she did look like she maybe could have gained the pregnancy weight, but like her legs never swelled. And then like the bump was always moving. So that's just, I've never seen a pregnant woman be able to move like that before. Oh, the demon dictator says, yes, she was wearing heels. Okay.
Let's see if we can spot it. It looks like it started over again.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the weird thing. This is a woman who says she wasn't on social media at the time. Remember, they didn't have social media. Well, then how did they record this? And where did they put it if they weren't aware of the TikTok trend? But yet here they are doing a TikTok trend. So clearly she has social media, right? She basically busted her.
Definitely had social media. Come on. 100% she had social media. And can I tell you, the only platform that has my account, my Revealing the Narc account, silenced and not recommended to people is my Instagram.
What?
No matter how, yeah, my Instagram account is in like a penalty.
On
thing.
Instagram?
On Instagram, my Revealing the Narc Instagram is, they won't show it to people. My numbers don't grow. And I have like when I go into my account health or whatever, it has a hazard sign. It says my videos are not being recommended because they're unoriginal content, but they're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're on, all these other places, but Instagram. And I think it's because Meghan probably doesn't want to see them through her feed.
Right. And Carol says, this video made me nickname Meghan Stripper Mama Dance. Yeah, she definitely does look like a stripper. Oh, dear. Yeah.
Okay.
So anything else new in the news that we need to talk about? I think we're all kind of waiting to hear later on this week about Harry's court case. I think that's going to be coming out very soon. There was a lot of talks about Harry shifting his alliance from Sentabale, the last of the Diana legacy. He moved over to an elephant charity, but he's not spiteful at all. No, it's just, I think it's terrible. You know, he promised those orphans and he's now removed the last of his funding over to another charity. To me, it just speaks of his character. But that lawsuit, Tiffany, is coming up for the defamation for Sentabale. So that's not going away. That is coming up. I don't know when, but when we find out, we'll let you know. And we're going to talk live whenever the court information comes out this week. I thought it was the 17th, but apparently not.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was supposed to be yesterday.
Yeah, I heard it was the 17th. So we don't know when the dealing is coming out. Oh, yes. The Demon Dictator says Earl Spencer is writing a book about Princess Diana and her death. See, I told y'all, he's a grifter. He is just as bad as Harry, dining out on the memory of Diana. Why does he need to write a book about his sister and her death? It's been almost 30 years. And y'all, I do believe he is part of the documentary. I do. 30-year anniversary is next year, and now he's writing a book on her death. So, yeah. Okay, so someone said, could it be the week of the 17th? Well, that's this week. Yeah. But here's the interesting thing is that Harry is such an idiot. He literally insulted the judge, said that he was a fraud, and that he was, what did he call him? Called him something right before he was going to rule how much money he has to pay. That's not a smart move.
Wisdom. Lacking in wisdom. Both of them.
Yeah. And there's a rumor that the insurance company, which I hope they do, we may not cover it. Because when Harry and them went to trial, they knew that the testimony of the, I guess, person they were using said, I didn't hack these phones. That wasn't my signature. I never said that. So that was their main witness they were using, was that guy was pretending, saying, oh yeah, I worked for the tabloids and they paid me to hack all this stuff. He literally said, I didn't hack any of this stuff. And so they went into the court case knowing they didn't have a real court case. And so the insurance is like, you went into battle knowing you were going to lose. Why should we cover you? You're on your own.
And the thing is, Michelle, you and I were talking about this. When you buy insurance, when payouts happen, that money doesn't come out of a vacuum.
Right.
People's rates go up to cover what they have to pay for. So it is a very selfish thing to bring about false charges or false anything, thinking insurance is going to pay for it, because you're literally having other people take the burden of the cost.
Well, like I said, he's an idiot. And I know they did try to back out of it, but it was too late. And the Daily Mail was like, we're going to go all the way, because they wanted to prove their innocence, because you accuse these people of doing illegal activity. So you can't just accuse them for years of doing illegal activity and then say, oh, we're not going to win the case, so we're just going to go ahead and drop it now. And they're like, no, we're going to clear our name.
We want to be in court.
Yep. So that I'm really glad that they did that, and that they won. And I really hope the judge does not go lenient on them. And I hope the insurance drops. That's going to be a huge, Harry could be on the hook for $15 million. That's a lot of chump change. And they want the money. There's no payment plan. They want the money. They've already said, you owe us the money. And let's not forget, he owes money to Ravik. When he sued the Home Office, he owes about $1 million. So he owes such wasted money on lawsuits.
You know how Sussex Squad comes at us sometimes and they're like, Meghan makes so much more money than you do. Yeah, but look at her debt. Okay. Like comparatively, pretty sure we have similar lifestyles. I'm not living in a 14-bedroom mansion or 14 whatever. But they're in debt big time.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people think King Charles will pay it. I kind of think he might, but I also think he won't. So it's he's in a hard predicament, because you don't want them to be broke, because then where are they going to end up? On their footstep, on their doorstep. He doesn't want them back. I know there's a lot of conspiracies that King Charles is secretly working behind William's back to bring Harry back. He's not, guys. That would be the dumbest thing ever. Okay. I know he loves his son, but there's no way Harry and Meghan could come back into the fold. And I guarantee it, the royal family wants nothing to do with Meghan. Absolutely nothing. Harry's still blood, but Meghan is like dead to them. They just put up with her because they have to. But there's no way they want Harry and Meghan back into the royal fold. They were a nightmare the first time. Meghan doesn't listen, doesn't follow rules. And you think Harry's going to step in line? No. And now that George and Charlotte and Louis are all getting older, Harry's going to start declining. And so what's the point of bringing him back? They've been gone for 6 years, guys. That's half a decade. It's over. They're not bringing her back. They might as well bring Andrew back at this point, right? They're not bringing them back. So I know a lot of people think that there's a secret plot. I don't believe it. Do you? They're bringing Harry back.
If anything, it's a father that wants to mend a relationship with a son, not about a bit. So it's interesting because their relationship is both professional and family. If there's any mending happening, it's private family stuff. I don't think it's public professional stuff at all.
The Demon Dictator says the Thentabala court case is in September, and word on the street is the Daily Mail is paying for it. Their court case, their costs. I would love that. Oh my God.
You got to be careful what enemies you make, man.
Yep. And you know how people, they don't like you, they will bond together with other people.
Yeah. What is a friend, an enemy, a friend of my, darn it.
An enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Something like that, right?
My face is red today. Why am I so red?
My eye, there's like something in it is bugging me.
I had like a migraine before I came on, guys. So I feel like
me too. I took like 3 Advil right before this show.
Are we joint? Are we emotionally? I think we are emotionally joined.
And look at us. We're both doing the same thing with our hands. We were both.
We are psychically joined.
Last night, I had the worst anxiety, you guys.
Yeah.
Like, the worst anxiety. I text Michelle, and they were very bad texts, you guys. Like really I was down in the dumps. Michelle calls me, and she's like, I have been thinking the exact same things you were thinking. And I'm like, dude, then stop thinking that, because your energy is transversing state lines and it's ending up in California, and we don't need that here.
I think you did it to me. And I've had like a migraine and a headache, and I took like 4 Advil, like literally an hour before we did the show. And that's why I feel like my head is exploding and it's like a cherry. And now you have a headache too?
I had a headache, like an hour before we started. Yeah. So I took some Advil. I have my cup of coffee.
So one of us is psychically giving it to the other. I don't know. We're like the Bopsy twins. We're packaged.
Both of us got to stop somehow.
Can we both just become skinny and rich? One of us needs to become skinny and rich, so the other one can become skinny and rich.
Honestly.
The ladies, oh yes, Ebony says, did you ladies choose the next book? Or I can't read the other word.
Where did I lost the, I was just reading it. Where did it go? The comment
and then series. Does that say series? It's toward the bottom.
I don't know why I don't. Oh, you know what? Let me check here.
Series. She put series.
Okay. Well, we need to talk about the other Bennett sister.
Yeah.
And there's a book that I want us to read, and I'm just waiting on Michelle to read it.
Well, we changed our show format. We used to do videos, and now we're doing lives, so it's different. So, okay, I will read it. Do you want to tell the people the book that you like, the series? Maybe they'll get into it. Yeah.
So the book series, the author name, her name is Anna Wong, and she has multiple series, but this particular series is called the King of Sin series. There are 6 books in the series. It's each book is a different couple, and each couple the male usually is demonstrating one of the 7 deadly sins. So the first book is called King of Pride, and the third book is called King of Greed. And I really like King of Greed because it is a story of yearning and second chances. And it is, if you can get the audiobook, get the audiobook. Teddy Hamilton is
Can you
the
put
one.
up a picture of the book?
Yeah.
So this is a romantic book. It's kind of like a mobster type of thing, but it's also romantic.
It's a billionaire romance. It's not
Billionaire
mobster. It's not mobster.
Not mobster.
Like the mobster books I read, those are truly morally gray men. These are like morally gray, but closer to the white than the black.
Okay. So she's going to put up a picture of the book so you could see it. So this one, apparently you don't have to read them in order. So I'm going to read this one because I haven't read the other ones. There are 6 in a series. And apparently this one, are we telling them the synopsis of the story? How long is the audiobook? Usually they're like 8 to 12 hours, I'm assuming. But we can maybe pull it up on the picture.
Okay, here's the series. My 2 favorites are King of Greed, the 3rd book, and King of Envy, the 5th book. The 6th book just came out a couple months ago, and the very last book comes out in April of next year. So it's good. It's good. King of Greed is the 3rd one, and I like it. It's not like my mafia romance books where you're like feel guilty about liking the guy. It's truly a story about a man recognizing he has made a critical error in his marriage, and it doesn't have to do with infidelity. And I mean, King of Greed kind of tells you what his fatal error is, right? Like what he's chasing rather than love. And he recognizes it, and boy, does he work hard to fix it. Yeah.
So I think maybe on Fridays we'll do like movie and book reviews, like something fun for the weekend, unless a breaking news story comes out. On Friday, we'll talk about some TV shows that we like, some movies that we like. We did watch The Other Bennett Sister that's on BritBox, so we're going to talk about that on Friday, and maybe some other books and TV shows that we like. So Friday will be like a fun day. We'll maybe do some funny Reddit stories. It'll be like a lighthearted day for the weekend, unless major news comes out, like the court case if it comes out on Friday. But yeah, so Friday we'll have more book recommendations for you guys. I listened to a lot of great audiobooks, so I have a lot of audiobook recommendations for you guys. G. Kelly says, hi, I was watching on my TV, but go on my phone when I want to reply. Oh, well, thank you for replying. And let us know. Do you guys have any book recommendations or movies? Put them in the comments. We always love a good movie, TV show, or a book recommendation for sure.
Yeah. And so Lizzie put up the 5-book series. A 6th book came out. The 6th book is called King of Gluttony. And that one is about 2 dueling chefs in New York City. And they kind of hate each other, but you know what happens in those situations.
Oh, it's a guy and a girl, huh? Okay.
Oh, Sarah
posted a question.
Let me see.
Yeah. And let us know in the comments. Did you like the topics today? Did you like the format?
Okay, I will tell you right now. There's 5. Okay, there's 5 of them.
Okay.
And they're all mafia.
She likes those mafia books.
The first one is a series by S.J. Tilley. It's called the Alliance series. Each book is a different man, and they're toxic. Okay, guys, like this is not, if I told my therapist about it, if I dated someone like that and I told my therapist would be like, you need to get out of that situation fast. Okay. But that series, the books are called Nero, King, Dom, and Hans, and each of them is about the man. That's the main, the MMC in the book. Yeah. The other one And this one took a while to grow on me, but he's the one that is the most handsome and draws the most fandom, I want to say. And it's called The Maddest Obsession by Danielle Laurie. His name is Christian Allister. People are obsessed with Christian Allister. Christian Allister is a toxic man. Okay, he's not healthy. But man, when that romance works out, yeah.
Well, they're saying Keke Palmer. So is she an author? She does dramatically. Okay. We'll have to check her out.
Is it? I've heard her name before.
I wonder what she writes.
Oh, a couple people.
Yeah, we'll have to check her out. I think you mentioned her last time. Carol, The Other Side of Midnight is the best. Oh, is that Sydney Sheldon? Okay, so I'm going to check her out. Keke Palmer. I love Frida McFadden. That's my favorite. And of course, I also love it's not Carl Sagan, Carl Sager. There's a lot of like mystery writers that I like. Want to read if someone says, what did you say?
That's the truth, Demiao. That's the truth.
Run. Oh, by Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
And my favorite author, I think, is S.J. Tilley, because I love her Alliance series, the 4 Mafia books. But she has I think it's called the Mountain Daddy series.
The Mountain Daddy. Oh, okay.
There's 3 books in that series. And then she just recently started writing about vampires. And her first vampire book was called Volek. And the second one actually comes out on September 3rd. And that is a story about Volek's brother. His name is Vamir. But her take on vampires is a little weird. Like, they have horns, which I don't find attractive. But
interesting.
Anyways, you guys got me talking about toxic bed.
I feel like my room got darker and my face is red. Why is my face red today? I feel like it's like a cherry. It's the lights. I feel like I'm burning under the lights. I don't know.
Sarah loves Frida McFadden.
We got her addicted. We got her addicted.
Can I tell you guys something? And I wasn't going to share it. I was going to talk to Michelle afterwards, but I can't. I sent my friend the first 2 chapters of the book, Patron of Blackwood Hall. I sent it to her yesterday. She called me today. She was halfway through chapter 2, and she's like, this is amazing. And I can see you in the stories, because there's a lot of tidbits of my own life that I've sprinkled. And I told her, call me back after you finish chapter 2. Like, finish it, call me back. She called me back crying. Because after 2 chapters, because I talk about the dad in chapter 2, and it's clearly based on my dad. Like, it's obvious I'm talking about my dad in the book. So she called me. She was like, why are you making me cry? And I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's a good story. I promise it's good. And she told me, it's so like, okay, one person has told me, you're not crazy, Tiffany. It's not.
No, and it is a good book. It is a good book, but I haven't read the new version. I'm going to do that tonight.
I got 2 people actually emailed me back and said that they love it and they can't wait for the next one. So I'm having pretty good.
Did you give the first 2 chapters to the beta readers?
I did. It's all sent out. Okay. So it's out there. I told
you feedback. Okay.
I told them they don't need to respond. There's no pressure. I just wanted to give a little bit of a teaser before and give an update, because it's taking me a little longer than I thought. But I'm relieved. I'm relieved when my friend called me, and the fact that she had to put down at chapter 1.5 to give me a call just to get back into reading it, I think is a good sign. So
thank you, Carol. She says my face looks beautiful and doesn't look red. Thank you. I feel like it's red, but thank you. Rosie. What the hell? Yeah.
I went to a dermatologist once for my melasma. And he walked in and he's like, let me guess, you're here for your rosacea. I'm like, excuse me? What rosacea?
It's always the worst when they say something that you're not even there for. And you're like,
wait, what are we talking about here? I'm not here for my rosacea.
I think we're just jibber jabbering. I think people have left the building. I'm sorry, guys. We're just a little all over the place right now.
There's 60 people here.
What? 60?
16.
60.
Do we want to close off with that Reddit story that I sent you yesterday?
Sure.
Okay, so the only reason I find this story hilarious,
okay,
is simply, oh great. See, I tried to save it. I'm going to go back in our text messages because I texted it to you.
Okay. My mom said that she's watching. I don't see her in the comments.
Okay,
Mom,
here we go.
Okay.
You know what? I think it's better if I share it.
Yeah.
Because the funniest part of it is the title.
Okay.
Almost there. Almost there. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The funniest part is the title because it says AITA for causing a scene after I, a 23 male, lost a costume contest to a dog age 3. He didn't have to specify the age of the dog. That is so hilarious to me. Am I the only one that thinks that's hilarious?
She was trying to explain this to me the other day, and I was like, I don't get it. It's cute. I understand. But he lost a costume contest to a dog.
And he's furious. He was so angry about it. So basically, the friend, we don't need to read the whole thing, but the friend that throws a costume party offers a $50 prize. The dog wins number 1. He wins number 2. And he is furious. The dog is dressed as a pirate, and he can't believe he lost to a dog, and he threw a hissy fit about it. And it's like, excuse me, sir, it's $50. Like, you don't have, and it's a dog dressed as a costume.
Yeah.
Worth it, I think.
Yeah. Well, I already told you my Halloween costume story. We'll talk about it another time. Let me guess, the dog is his friend's dog. Maybe.
But I just thought it was so hilarious that the age of the dog is specified.
That is cute. That is cute. They never do that. Well, you guys, we hope you enjoyed our show today. We went a little bit over, and we apologize. Sometimes we go off the rails, but it was a pretty good show. I thought.
It's our second episode.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. Do we have any ideas what we want to talk about tomorrow? Any teasing we want to do for what we'll talk about tomorrow?
I have no idea. Do you guys have any topics that you guys would like us to cover tomorrow? I mean, the news has been a little slow. There's some royal news. We could talk about the royals. We could talk about, of course, if the court case stuff drops tomorrow, we'll definitely talk about that. I have a video I just dropped today talking about Meghan Markle's fake fairy tale, the fake fairy tale that she's trying to sell us and no one is buying. So you can go over to my channel and check that out. Tiffany, I think you had a great video you dropped yesterday over on your channel. What was your video about yesterday?
It was Meghan and her controlling body language. Like,
yes.
And not, I tried to focus it, not like I showed one example, I think, of Harry, but I tried to show where she's like that with children. What did I miss?
Oh, someone just said yeah. So someone said the Clancy court update. Yeah, we're going to work on that because there's been more evidence that has come out in the Lindsay Clancy court case. The prosecution rested, which was surprising. There are so many weird things. One of the person who works for the prosecution bought the home and is friends with Patrick, the husband. I'm like, that's so weird. Why would you want to buy a home where that happened?
Oh, I think you and I are on opposite.
Yeah,
we are on opposite. And here's the thing: I'm willing to listen to the evidence, but
we're presenting it as it's being presented in court, but we're not going to say this person or that person did anything because I'm not going to do that. But all I'm saying is I don't think the prosecution did a very good job. And this defense attorney of Lindsay is bringing up stuff with the Apple Watch. Lots of stuff has happened with the Apple Watch, the phone, and a lot of other weird things that are, again, people on TikTok, they're putting it all together, but we want to bring facts. and not bring, you know, too
I
many
watched
conspiracy theories. Yeah.
I watched the trial today with the
Mhm.
defense, and today they had there was one medical professional, and there was also that psychiatrist. He was there, the one that was the very first person to see Lindsay and was the one present when Lindsay called her husband. So he's testifying. It was his testimony that it ended with today. Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
watching it today. Maybe
Yes.
that's why I'm on a headache.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll think about that because that's a very heavy topic and it takes a lot of research. So we'll get into that at some point, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe when more things happen in the case. But are there any other topics that you would like us to cover tomorrow or this week besides Harry's trial update? Just let us know in the comments. We'll try to come up with something interesting for you guys, doing a little bit of mix between pop culture, conspiracy, crime, and royals. So it's just kind of like a mix of different topics. Yes, we're going to do the same time all week. And then we'll decide after this week if we're going to move it to a different time. We just don't want to conflict with other people. So we'll let you guys know about that because we want to keep moving things around.
Mhm.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that's all we have for right now.
Yeah, thank you to our amazing moderators. Thank you, Lizzie and Carol. Thank you for everyone that's here. I feel like we're getting a little group together. So, yeah.
Yeah, this has been fun. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for showing up again.
Bye,
We really
everyone.
appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.